Now we are going to identify that the doctrine of separation of power has relevance in presidential form of government. In America, there is presidential form of government. The American Constitution applies doctrine of separation of power in true letter and spirit. The federal executive power is vested in president. The federal legislative power is vested in Congress, and the federal judicial power is vested in Supreme Court. The president and his cabinet are not member of Congress except the vice president who presides over the Senate, and they are not responsible to Congress. The president holds office for a fixed term. It is not necessary that the president must be from the party that has majority in Congress. The president and his cabinet cannot initiate bills. However, in message to Congress, they can recommend legislation. Ladies and gentlemen, in USA, keeping in view checks and balance relating the three organs, separation of power is by no means complete. The fathers of USA Constitution intended that the balance of power should be attained by checks and balances between the three organs of a state. The president may veto measures passed by the Congress. Through its veto may be overridden by 2/3 votes of both the houses. The president has power to negotiate treaties, but they must be ratified by 2/3 vote of Senate. The Supreme Court held that Congress has no power to veto executive acts of the president. The power of judicial review of legislation was assumed by the Supreme Court and was not expressly conferred, although it may perhaps be implied by the Constitution. The three branches of government are therefore interrelated, and they act as a check on each other. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to address a question whether in Pakistan Constitution 1973 there is separation of power and system of check and balances. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Constitution of Pakistan 1973 there is neither separation of power nor system of check and balances. In fact, the Constitution hardly provides any balance of power between the three organs of a state. The primary function of lower house of parliament is to choose or remove the head of government. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctrine of separation of power means three things today. In the present day, the doctrine of separation of power means three different senses, which are as follows: that the same person should not form part of more than one organs of a state. For example, a minister or ministers should not sit in a parliament. They must stick to executive organ of a state. Second sense is that one organ of a state must not interfere with the exercise of functions of the other organs of a state. For example, judiciary must be independent of the executive. Third sense is that one organ of a state should not exercise the function of another. For example, ministers should not have legislative power. Lastly, I would like to tell you that you should know what is meant by the term doctrine. तो डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर हम पढ़ रहे हैं, तो सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर से पहले जो लफ्ज है वो डॉक्ट्रिन है और उसका मीनिंग है थ्योरी और या प्रिंसिपल.